So today I had a really bad day, and I really am kind of still amazed or sort of shocked at the fact that even though I've had these before, at least I think I have, I don't think they've ever been to the degree of today. And I mean that in the sense of usually when something happens on a day that I would classify as bad, there are multiple things that occur, or there's usually just one thing. I'm sorry, I messed up. Oops. That's another part of the bad day, I guess. There's usually just one thing that goes wrong, and that's gonna lead me to say, "Oh man, this sucked. Today was crap because of that one thing, or those two things." It was just a whole bunch of stuff just hitting me back and forth. Just one punch after another, just cemented the fact to me that today was really bad. And I hate saying days are bad because I try to find good in most things I do or in most actions I take and really enjoy life as much as I can, especially when I think of how much more I have to be grateful for than maybe some other people. But it seemed as if today it made it so hard to appreciate those types of things, especially when, only a week and a half ago we had Thanksgiving. So when I think of that holiday, this time someone's supposed to say, "Oh yeah, I'm glad this happened. I'm glad I have this. I'm glad I have that. I'm glad I have this person." All of it is these are things I want to say. I want to reciprocate on the part of my own inner feelings about the things I am grateful for, but I can't let them out when I have things like today that kind of pushed me into this decision that yeah, it was just really bad. There was nothing I could do about it. There was nothing I could change or influence or make better or do anything to benefit myself or anyone else. I honestly felt useless, and when I feel that way, I think every person desires to be wanted or useful to some extent. But when you are convinced your worth it has to do with some skill you have or some other ability, and you see other people who have superior abilities or that skill isn't commented on or acknowledged, I think it really plays into the insecurity that a person may have, and the insecurity I know I've had at times, just being me. And when you have those types of insecurities, you can't allow them to take over you, which is what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to, even though I'm speaking about it, I don't want it to engulf me. I don't want to go to school tomorrow or do anything relating to where I spend most of my days uh, with a negative attitude. I don't want that. I don't want it to come out of me. Was today bad? Yes. Can today be better? Can tomorrow be better? Perhaps. Can I stop stuttering in these videos or making mistakes? Who knows? I'm just a human, and I don't know if there's anything I can really do to change that. So with that in mind, I really made this as an attempt to give a rationale on what to do if you have a bad day. I've had so many of these just throughout my lifetime, and I always try to ignore the things that would constitute or make it appear to be a bad day. I just try to put it in this box and make sure that it never comes out. And I do that because I don't want it to come. I don't want people to see me when I'm negative, when I'm angry, when I'm upset. I want people to see something that, or someone who is, I guess, composed, but at the same time, not afraid to show a sense of humor or some type of positive attribute. And when I'm angry and flaming and ready to look at someone angry or frown, those are negative attributes. That's nothing that no one wants to see. anywhere. And I think that's the biggest hurdle I have to get over. And once I get over that, and once other people get over that, it'll be better. So the only way that can be achieved is just through finding something to appreciate. I've had one friend uh, that I've kind of held on to since early childhood. I'm very appreciative for that friend. I send messages all the time. How you doing? What's going on? You're this, you're that, you're great. And I do that with my soul sibling as well, and other people who will give me the time of day, because even though they don't necessarily reciprocate what I say to them or what I, claim that they are, I send them those things and feel compelled to do so because I honestly believe that maybe, just maybe, if I sing them praises, they might one day sing them back. And that friend did sing them back. Now, of course, it took a while for him to sing them back. But even then, I don't fault him because I know that people aren't instantly thinking about praising other people. We're so caught up in our own struggles, our own turmoil, that we can't see the greatness of other people. There are a lot of people I know in my life now that I think the world of, but I wouldn't admit it to them because I don't think the world of myself. I have a hard time admitting other people, at least in my eyes, are better than me. You know, it's one of those things where if you can play golf, and maybe, no, I'm not even gonna get into that. I know nothing of golf, no expert. It's one of those things where if you can draw a nearly perfect circle, you feel all right, you feel accomplished, and then you see somebody draw an actual perfect circle, and you're kind of left wondering whether or not your circle was actually even worth beginning to exist. And we have to remind ourselves that that whatever we make, whatever we create, even if it's not on the level of someone else's work, as long as a person puts time, effort, and care into their creation, into their life, it's worth something. And I'm not going to go and say lives are just like things we write or movies we make, but it all goes to wanting the best for what we have and making the best out of what we have. And we all have lives. I think it's very important to acknowledge that no matter what happens, no matter what occurs, no matter what takes place, that life existed, that life was there. And I honestly believe if the more time spent appreciating what is here and what's around us, we take into account, the smaller chance there is for negativity to embellish a person or engulf that person and completely do away with the happiness they once had. So I'm trying at this point to ignore the bad things that happen, focus on tomorrow, hope that tomorrow is better, hope that I can in any way relieve things that made today bad, and just go about life with productivity and happiness. There are things I want that I don't have. I won't have it today. I won't have it tomorrow. Probably won't have it next week or next month. Maybe not even next year. But if I just feel if I keep giving an effort and I don't give up, throw in the towel and frown and say I'm done, it might come, and that's what I'm hoping for, and I think that's what everybody's hoping for. So, in conclusion, the positive attributes of people we need to acknowledge more. We need to acknowledge them in ourselves, and we just need to, I feel, know that that bad day or that negative situation can be avoided if we simply focus on things that make life worth living. And for me, that's my soul sibling, the only sibling I have, my parents, a friend I have. Those are people that, if I gave into negativity and, let's say, commit suicide or, you know, do anything that would end my life, I wouldn't be able to see. I wouldn't, or if I get into trouble or do crimes, I wouldn't be able to see them as much as I am as a free person. And I think if we can find someone that we genuinely enjoy being around, we're gonna have that incentive to keep trying to be productive members of society. And bad days like this won't matter to us anymore.